Uh-oh. Here comes trouble.
Straight from Twin Town Sports Central. On the rise to global sports domination, you'll see. Hey, what's up, everybody? Eric Grover here. You got the Grovcast. Coming to you from my messy apartment in beautiful North Wahpeton. Figure might as well just throw all the catchphrases in today. Man, we got a great week of sports going on around here. Lots of stuff, lots of teams, lots of stuff to talk about, so let's get right into it. We're going to have Landon, Kafka, and Miles Trump coming on at the end. Talk some Super Bowl preview. Know that there's a lot of people excited for that game out there, or, well, maybe not. Maybe you're just excited to watch one more football game before 6 months of no football. And there's no worse thing than no football, so I guess we got to enjoy it while we can. But hey, lots of good local stuff going on around here, so let's go into that. Let's start with the number 12 rated in the country, the NDSCS men's basketball team. A couple conference wins in the last 7 days, and that's great to see. They're playing well, playing aggressive, getting to the basket, and it's different guys stepping up every week here. Greg Tucker, probably the leader of the team. He hasn't been playing that great. Moved to the bench in the last game. And Jeremy Newton, who's been a great sixth man for the Cats all year, had a chance to talk with Jeremy and Greg a couple weeks ago on a Grovecast. It just shows the depth and the character of the team. And they're playing well. I look for Greg to bounce back. He's way too good of a player, too athletic, too dynamic to stay in a funk for long. So when he gets rolling, I mean, the sky's the limit for this team. They can be a top 10 team in the country, and that is exciting. What an honor to have a program like that right here in our backyard, and I hope that they can keep that up. Let's go into a little bit of Blades talk. BW Blades, the hockey team, on fire. Winning. Do I have to mention Charlie Sheen? Alright, sorry. Anyway, yeah, the Blades are doing it big, as all the cool kids are saying. Winning games, playing defense. Still got to figure out who the goalie situation is. They got two of them going, but playing good defense, and lots of guys just scoring goals. Hey, Daily News Sports Intern Turner Blaufuss. He had a chance to sit down the other day with Blades captain, senior defenseman Eric Christensen. Here he is.
Well, this is Turner Blaufuss for the Grovecast, and I'm joined by BW Blade Eric Christensen. Say hi, Eric.
What's up?
Eric, is this your first time on the Grovecast?
This is.
Very exciting experience, I know.
Very.
How glad are you about the switch to Minnesota competition?
I'm really glad about it, just because this year we actually have a chance to show everybody what we can do. We don't have to play against teams that have 60 kids to pick from. We get a chance to really excel this year. I'm really excited about it.
You've been playing great this year and been a great leader for the team. Is this how you've always pictured your senior year?
Definitely. This year could not be going any better. We're winning, and that's pretty much all you want, especially for your senior year.
What is the key to your team's success this season?
The key to our team's success this season has to be just us working together as a team. I mean, every team goes through the ups and the downs, and it's just how you bounce back, and I think our team's really, really doing well with that.
Okay, at times you guys are a little short-handed, and what are some weaknesses? Maybe some ineligibilities and injuries?
Yeah, those always hurt. I mean, like with Matt out and Cody getting ineligible, they always hurt the team, but they're just something that you can't dwell on them. You just got to go with it. You got to make with what's due.
Yeah, we wish those injured players a speedy recovery. And what did you think after Cody Bronson, your guys' leading scorer, was out with ineligibility? Did you guys think you were going to be doing as good as you are now?
Well, obviously you know that when a player like Cody gets ineligible and can't play, you know that it's not going to be the same, but you can't dwell on it. You can't think negatively. You got to think positive, and that's what we did, and we showed people that with or without one of our best players, we can still do really well.
All right. Eric Christensen, BW Blades Star. They're 11-4 and hope to keep rolling.
Thanks, Turner.
The Shiverty Timbers. Moving right along on the Grovcast. We are joined by my main men, Landon, Kafka, and Miles Trump. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing? Good. Hey, it's been quite some time since the three of us have been in a room talking sports. It has.
Yeah, months, I think.
Yeah, it has been months. It's been a while, and we picked a good week to get back together.
It's good to have the Action News team back.
Yeah. News team, assemble! Yeah. Anyway, that never gets old for me. It really doesn't. Especially when you're on a news team. It just it works well. Well, anyway, yeah, guys, it's Super Bowl week, and what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with the opposite of what I've felt, because every pick that I've made so far has been about wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the Broncos getting crushed.
Well, that was easy to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Patriots.
Are you? Okay. Why?
Well, for one reason I understand.
Yeah.
And I think that with my reasoning, I think that they're just gonna outscore the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Their offense is tough to stop. They've shown it all season.
Who's going to stop Gronkowski?
Yeah, assuming he's 100%.
The doctors are about the only people that can stop Gronkowski. But, Giants have done pretty good, a decent job on Patriots tight ends in the first game that they played, I think. And we'll see what happens. I kind of agree with Miles that it's going to come down to the Patriots scoring on the Giants defense, and I think Bill Belichick he'll have to go, pull the rabbits out of the hat and figure out something to get around that Giants defensive line.
Plus, you got to throw in the fact that the Patriots have probably been spying on the Giants for a couple weeks.
Oh,
now,
yeah, for
so
sure.
they know everything they're going to throw at them.
I heard the Patriots have their own drones. That's just what I heard.
They got their own satellites hovering around, zoomed in on the practice field.
I actually think it's going to be an awesome Super Bowl. I think it's going to be...
What's going to be better, the game or the commercials?
Probably...
Or the halftime show.
Not the halftime show.
I'm going to get slight edge to the game.
Yeah, okay.
Slight edge to the game.
Who are you taking in this game, Landon?
I think I'm going to have to go with the Patriots, too. They got, Tom Brady, I think there's nothing he wants to do more than beat the Giants for a Super Bowl after ending his perfect season.
What about Dave Victoria's Secret Supermodels?
Well, he's already got that.
To go second.
Yeah.
That's in the hip pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's already got that.
All right, sorry.
You got to go forward. So, he's. I think he's looking for that revenge factor.
What's your biggest key to this game?
I think it's going to be the scheme of the Patriots offense getting around that Giants defense, because these two teams know each other pretty well. There's not too many secrets. So, what will the Patriots figure out to beat the Giants defense? The Giants offense will do work on the Patriots, but I think Tom Brady will do a little bit more work.
I want to talk about Eli Manning for a second, because his postseason performance this year has just been absolutely out of his mind. He's been out of his mind. Do you see him having another 4-touchdown game on Sunday?
I think why not? It's not like the Patriots' secondary is great or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're less than average.
And that's the thing,
So I don't know why he wouldn't. He's got all of his receivers seem to be clicking right now. They're all healthy. He has one of the best receiving corps in the NFL.
Which would... Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Should have turned the ringer off.
Let's raise your minds up.
Yeah. Let's all go on our phones. It's like being in a movie theater. Well, anyway, what I was asking was, which receiving corps is better for you, the Patriots or the Giants? And you got to throw those tight ends into consideration.
That's the question I had.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Which one would you take?
It's a tough call. If you have Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski, Gronkowski, he's almost unstoppable. I mean, how do you call? You can't cover them with the corner, can't cover them with the safety, they're too small. Can't cover them with the linebacker, they're too slow. So I think Gronkowski is really the guy that sets the Patriots receiving core ahead of. Granted, if you just go straight receivers, probably Giants. So with Knicks and
the Giants definitely have better
Manning.
The Giants have better big playability, I would say.
Yeah.
But the Patriots just worry out with those little slant routes.
Yeah. I just don't see anyone being able to match up with Gronkowski. No one has been able to all year. I don't think that will change as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, especially this last half of the season. I mean, people know that he's getting the ball. They still haven't been able to stop it.
Exactly.
With guys like Gronkowski and Jimmy Graham, why are we seeing like a new generation of tight end? How has the position never changed and become this dynamic until this year and last year? Like, this is when it all really started.
Well, I think you had guys like Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, like the basketball player types that could go up and get the ball. Basically, we're good at boxing out people, and we're still good athletes that were fast. And you have that in that mold. Like, you can't cover those guys. They're on the line. If you put a linebacker on them, they'll just run by them. You put a safety or a corner on them, and they're too small. They'll just get boxed out. So
yeah, that's what I think too. And the other aspect is that they all are really good at just catching the ball, whether it's with their body or with their hands or whatever. And you hear Brady talking on ESPN about how big Gronkowski's hands are. He said they're like catcher's mitts. They're massive.
Yeah.
So you can just put the ball out there anywhere and he can go snatch it.
it's the battle of the Giants' hands between Knicks and Gronkowski.
It's probably going to be hard for Gronkowski to find gloves, especially out in Foxborough. It's pretty cold up there.
Yeah, well, they had a thing on ESPN before the last game for the Giants talking about how they had to, special order Knicks gloves. They're 4XL gloves or something like that.
Wow.
You use the foam fan cutouts.
Yeah, basically.
Put some glue on the bottom of it.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the Pro Bowl real quick. Okay, and now we're done with it. Let's talk about the T-Wolves a little bit. Playing well, and Rubio is throwing out double-doubles now.
Yeah. I love the team. I love watching them this year.
Yeah.
I've watched probably 7, 8 games so far. Mm-hmm. Most of their home games. They're fun to watch, even in the games that they've lost. I don't think I've seen them get blown out yet this year. The games that they've lost, they've been within distance of winning the game, and the ones that I've seen, they're exciting.
Yeah, it might be the depression that every T-Wolves fan has had for the last 4 years of watching the T-Wolves that makes this team that much better. But it's really nice to finally have a basketball team where you're you get home, you turn on FSN, and the T-Wolves are playing, and you actually want to watch it instead of being what else is on?
We finally have
Let me watch a rerun of Pawn Stars.
We finally have a point guard who is productive, and I feel like can run an offense and dish out the ball. He's incredibly good at passing. And Kevin Love is playing out of his mind right now.
Is this a team that can win a championship in the next 5 years?
I think I was talking about this earlier with Larry Holmstrom, and it's going to be interesting because I think the T-Wolves are in a great position because some of the powers going back to the Eastern Conference with the whole Miami Heat and LeBron.
And the Lakers are getting old. And
the Lakers are getting old. The Mavs they've already been beaten twice by the T-Wolves.
Yeah.
They've been perennial powers. You got to worry about the Clippers coming up. But other than that, all those superpowers of the West like San Antonio, Dallas, and the Lakers are kind of getting old. And it's in 2 years, 2-3 years, it's going to be the T-Wolves' opportunity for them to seize it.
I think it's going to be tough with this. There's always going to be the threat of the Thunder being at the top of the West.
That's true.
Because they're young and they've been at the top of the West last year.
And they've re-signed Durant and Westbrook.
Yeah.
They got them both.
So I don't see any reason why the Timberwolves couldn't be up there.
Okay. Should we talk about anything else? You guys got anything?
Blake Griffin's numbers ridiculous.
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
Is Blake Griffin the most exciting player in the NBA?
I think he's the most highlight worthy, generally.
More than LeBron?
I'm actually a little sick on
More
that.
than Dwight Howard? Rejecting a shot into the 30th row?
I think, Dwight Howard people are just on him this year because of the whole wanting to get out of Orlando.
That's so annoying to me. God.
And I don't know. I think LeBron, there's LeBron overload last year, so people are kind of looking somewhere else.
So who's your finals favorite? Would it have to be Miami at this point?
For me, it would.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, Miami and Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that's actually what I would pick too, as of right now.
Yeah, I guess I would too.
But you never know. It's so tough to tell because we see things in the NBA playoffs go so awry so many times where I recall the Golden State Warriors beating the Mavericks, the 8 seed beating the 1 seed years back.
And it's going to be, with a compacted year, it's going to be interesting to see, what happens in the playoffs because, one, the playoffs take forever. So those old teams have a chance, unlike during this season where they're playing back-to-back games all the time, 4 games a week, even back-to-back games. Those older teams with those vets, they're wearing down. But once the playoffs come around, they'll be able to get rested up, in between each game and get a rhythm. And the older teams will have that experience like the Mavericks and teams like that. So as long as they get in the playoffs, I think this year will be different than most years because, anyone's really going to have a shot just because of the compacted season.
Right now, do the Wolves make the playoffs? Yes or no?
I'm going to be optimistic and say that the Wolves will take the 8th seed in the West.
All right, and you?
I would agree. I would say 8th seed, but that's my ceiling too. I don't think that they can get the 7th seed.
I'm going to say no, just to mess with you.
Yeah, are the Bucks going to make the playoffs?
No.
No, they're not. They'll never make the playoffs again. All right, boys and girls, that is it for another Grovcast. I know what you're thinking. Hey, didn't he play this song as his outro a couple weeks ago? Well, I did, but I like this song, so whatever. Deal with it, sunglasses. Hey, thanks to Turner, Eric Christensen, Landon, Kafka, and where would it be without Miles Trump? Hey, catch you guys next week, right here on the Grovecast.